You know that feeling when you check your bank account at the end of the month and you're just confused? Like, you made decent money, you didn't go on vacation, you didn't buy anything crazy, and yet somehow you're right back where you started. Maybe a little worse, actually. You look at your transactions and nothing jumps out as obviously wrong. There's no single villain, no, aha, that's where it went moment. Just a bunch of small, reasonable looking purchases that somehow added up to nothing left. And here's the thing that really gets under your skin: you're not irresponsible. You're not out here buying designer bags or leasing a car you can't afford. You pay your bills on time. You contribute to your 401k, or at least you plan to contribute more eventually. You're doing everything right, or at least that's what it feels like. But if that were true, wouldn't you have more to show for it by now? Hi, I'm Shaz, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, financial psychology, and why some people seem to quietly build wealth in the background, while others, equally smart, equally hardworking, feel like they're running on a treadmill that never actually moves forward. And over the years, I've noticed something, a pattern. It's not always the big, obvious money mistakes that keep people stuck. It's the small, invisible ones. The $500 a month habits that don't look like habits at all. They look like normal life. And that's exactly what makes them so dangerous. Because you don't fight what you can't see. You don't question what feels reasonable. And by the time you realize what's happening, you've spent years, even decades, bleeding money in ways that felt completely justified in the moment. So today I want to pull back the curtain on something most people never think about. We're going to talk about the habits, the micro decisions, the lifestyle defaults that silently drain hundreds from your pocket every single month. Not in one lump sum, not in a way that triggers guilt or alarm, but in a slow, steady drip that keeps you just comfortable enough to never change, but never wealthy enough to feel free. And honestly, I think by the end of this, you're going to look at your own spending completely differently. Let's start with something that's going to sting a little, like the comfort tax. Here's what I mean. Most people, after a long week, feel like they've earned something: a nice dinner out, a new shirt, a spontaneous Amazon order at 11 p.m. Because you're tired and it's there, and why not? You worked hard. You deserve a little reward, right? And look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you should never enjoy your money. That's not the point. The point is that for a lot of people, treating yourself has quietly become the default. It's not a reward anymore. It's just how you live. It's Tuesday, you're tired, so you order DoorDash. It's Saturday, you're bored, so you go to Target just to look around. It's been a rough week, so you buy concert tickets you can't really afford. Little comforts, little treats, little escapes from the low-grade stress of daily life. And here's the math that nobody does. If you're spending an extra $15 to $20 per day on these comfort purchases, an extra coffee, a convenience meal, a small impulse buy, that's $450 to $600 a month. Right there. $500. Gone. On stuff you won't remember in 2 weeks. I call it the comfort tax because that's exactly what it is. It's the price you pay for avoiding the mild discomfort of cooking at home, of waiting before you buy something, of sitting with boredom instead of shopping through it. And the brutal part? Comfort purchases don't actually make you happier. Studies show that after the initial dopamine hit, they leave you feeling kind of empty, neutral at best. Because deep down, you know this isn't building anything, it's just numbing. So what's the move here? I'm not saying become a monk, but I am saying start noticing. For 1 week, every time you're about to make a purchase, ask yourself, am I buying this because I want it or because I'm uncomfortable and this is easier than sitting with that feeling? You'll be surprised how often it's the second one. Okay, next up, and this one's almost embarrassing how common it is: subscription creep. You've probably heard this before. Cancel your subscriptions. Check your bank statements. And yeah, that's good advice, but I don't think people really understand how this happens or why it's so hard to stop. Here's the psychology of it. When you sign up for a subscription, it's usually during a moment of optimism. You're excited about something. The streaming service has a show you want to watch. The fitness app promises to change your life. The meal kit will finally get you cooking at home. In that moment, $12.99 or $14.99 or $19.99 feels like nothing for the value you're getting. This is what I mean by creep. It's not that you made one bad decision, it's that you made 10 small optimistic decisions over time, and now you're paying $150 to $200 a month for things you barely use. Spotify, Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, a gym you haven't visited since March, the meditation app you opened twice, the cloud storage you're afraid to cancel because what if you need it?